Hey guys, and welcome back to Visual Gaming. The last guide we uploaded was the one for how to play Omen, and now we're back at it again doing a guide on how to play Cypher. First of all, we need to talk about what Cypher is going to need to do for their team. Cypher is a sentinel, meaning that his abilities should be able to massively impact the team's defensive abilities and gather intel on enemies' positions. If you don't already know about the different agent classes, we have a video uploaded about that I'll link in the description. Anyways, Cypher is a perfect sentinel because he has smokes or cages to block off angles, tripwires which have many uses but they can be used to guard flanks, and a camera so that you can always keep an eye on your enemies. That being said, let's talk about his abilities. Cypher's first ability is his spy cam, which is basically just a camera that you can place almost anywhere. You can tap into it at any time as long as it's not destroyed and then ping enemies.
One enemy remaining.
But one thing you need to know about the spy cam is that it can be destroyed if an enemy player sees it and shoots it, which will result in longer cooldown. So for this first camera spot, you're going to want to try to climb on top of this box here on B site, and then you're going to try to walk as far to the right as possible. Then you're going to try to place your camera right up here. With this camera, you get a perfect view onto hookah, garden, and also the people who are coming out of the hall. Oh, and I also forgot to mention that you can pick up your camera as long as it's not destroyed. For the next camera spot, you'll need to get right up close and personal with this wall in bathrooms and then throw it right past this wall onto the truck that's just behind it. With this camera, you can get a view on the cubby/teleporter kind of area, people coming out of bathrooms, and people sitting on heaven, although you won't be able to ping them. The next ability we'll be talking about is his trapwire, aka tripwire. You can place these down on any flat surface that is facing something, although there are some interesting spots that disobey this rule. One thing to note about Cypher's tripwire is that if an enemy player walks into it, they will get stunned, and if it's not shut out after 4 seconds, they will get stunned further. Similar to the spy cam, if they're caught by the tripwire, they can easily shoot it out. One thing that I forgot to mention about the tripwire is that once an enemy player is stunned, then they're also pinged, just like the spy cam. One last thing about the tripwire is that if you try to place it even a little bit too low, enemy players are just going to be able to jump right over it and the wire will not detonate, and we don't want that. Instead, just place your wire slightly above your head while you're crouching. If you do this, this will assure that no one can crouch under your wire, and even if they try to jump over it, the bottoms of their feet will just about hit it. Cypher's cage is basically just a smoke, but what makes it special is that it can be manually activated.
Cage triggered.
Also, it makes an audio cue whenever somebody walks into or out of his cage.
One enemy remaining.
Neural Theft is Cypher's ultimate ability. After killing an enemy, you have 30 seconds to choose whether or not you want to use his ult. If the 30 seconds runs out, the body will expire, for lack of a better word, and you'll need to kill another enemy to use it. And what does this ability do? Well, once you use Neural Theft, it will freeze pane all the enemy's current positions and give you a glimpse of their locations. This ability is better to use later in a round because early in a round is when players are more likely to rotate. Therefore, there's no real point of revealing their positions, especially when you saved 7 ult points for it. For this setup, you're going to want to walk over to hookah and then you're going to try to place 2 tripwires on this window frame kind of thing. Then, depending on personal preference, you can place 1 or even 2 of your cages just inside. Then walk over to the boxes and place your camera in the spot that I talked about earlier in the video. If the enemies walk into hookah and detonate the wires, activate your cages and shoot at them. Be because they're pinged from the wires, you'll have an accurate shot on them, but they won't have an accurate shot on you. Congratulations guys, you made it to the end of the video. Hopefully you learned at least one thing from this Cypher guide, and just let us know what you guys think of this video and which guide we should do next. I'm Easy, and I'm out. Peace.